how I use my AI assistant to get stuff done, save time, and keep my sanity. Get the info without wasting half a day. I just need to sit down with my AI and start. I say things that I would not even say to anybody else. There isn't enough hours in the day. This one is just for you. All right, I'm gonna spill the tea on a little secret. If you ever thought that I was here doing everything on my own, think again. The truth is that I've got a super smart AI assistant that actually helps me through the day. Yep, you heard that right. I have an AI assistant. And no, and it's not some futuristic robot that I bought on Elon Musk. No, it is just a little tech magic that makes my life easier. And today I'm going to share exactly how I use my AI assistant to get stuff done, save time, and keep my sanity. And if you've ever felt like there isn't enough hours in the day, this one is just for you. Well, you know how it goes. You sit down to look at something up, and then suddenly hours go by, and you're deep into random facts that have nothing to do with what you actually started with. And let me tell you, I've been there way, way, way too many times. And now I tell you, my super smart AI assistant does the research for me. And I just say, hey, I need the latest trends in marketing. And boom, I get it. And the fact is that I get the info without wasting half a day scrolling through endless articles. And it's a complete game changer in my business. And for those of you that you've heard, ChatGPT, that is my AI super smart assistant. And yes, I pay for it because I've tried for the longest time the free version, which it was great to be honest, but I wanted to actually save and have all the things that I wanted to have. So I am paying for the 4.0 version, I think. Now, the key here is to ask this specific information. And I've learned that the more details I share with my AI, the better type of information I actually get. And I use words like 2024. So they actually know that I need the latest trends in 2024, not in 2023, because it's going to be browsing onto blogs and articles and information on the web. And I wanted to also only narrow what I want to know. Now, let's talk about the brainstorming part. We've all had one of those days where, inspiration is not flowing. Yeah, me too. And I know for a fact that's because I work with my brain, I need to actually be thinking a lot. So when I turn to my AI assistant to help me brainstorm, sometimes I need help with my podcast topics, or I'm trying to come up with a new angle for a blog post. And I find that when I'm most dry out of ideas, I just need to sit down with my AI and start brainstorming. And what I like to do is that maybe it's something that you haven't realized yet. And and that is when I actually sit down with my AI and brainstorm and like feel like I'm having an open conversation, like an open discussion. And I ask things that I would like things that I would not dare to even say out loud. Like, for example, that title feels a little bit fake or too robotic, or are you sure that my ideal clients would actually really like this? So I say things that I would not even say to anybody else because these are my own thoughts. So I am simply just with my computer saying what my brain is literally saying without filters and without overthinking what I'm sharing. I am constantly challenging and questioning my AI. And because I want to be, I'm not going to say 100, but I want to be like 80% certain that is going to fit to the people that I want to talk to. So let me tell you a little story here. I was recently with the granddaughter of a friend of mine who is 14 years old. And she said to me that she hated AI because it was ruining her life. And I was like, what? What do you mean it's ruining your life? And she says to me, well, AI is going to take my job because I want to be a reporter when I grow up and there won't be any jobs or anything for me. So AI is ruining my future. And I was like, oh no, darling, I swear, I promise you, I know you won't believe me when I tell you this because you're probably thinking that you are right. But AI is simply just a tool, and you have to use it to your own advantage, not the other way around. So you need to understand it because there are going to be many, many jobs right now and in the future, even more, asking for people that actually understand and use AI. And AI should never do the work for you. People don't want to, read from a robot or learn from a robot. The more AI that we have or we're using AI, the more the people will want to see that is unauthentic communication. So you need to understand to learn about it and learn how to use it to your own advantage and not be scared of it. Otherwise, you don't want to be falling behind in many things that you're too, especially because now you are too young and you don't want to be saying things like that as if you're, I don't know, 80 years old, like you're stuck in the past and you don't want to move forward and you don't want to take the technology that is happening to your own advantage. And this is exactly what I'm saying to you. I'm telling you the story because this is from a 14-year-old who is actually completely wrong. There is nothing wrong if you use it the right way. Now, I'm just going to say it. There's another way that we can actually use this for AI to help us within my business, for example. And I'm going to say it out and loud, not so loud because then you get the echo from my house. But Facebook ads are a lot. And between, targeting the audience and copywriting and figuring out what actually works. And, there's so many things that you need to figure out and it's overwhelming. But when I sit down with my AI assistant, I don't have to guess so much what I need to do because they're going to store the information. These are things that I can come back and say, remember when we talked about this? Boom. And it will give me all the information, right? So, what it actually does, it helps me come up with the advertisement copy and experiment on the different kind of headlines I want to put out and even suggest tweaks for better results. So, let's just say, like, it's me having a digital marketing expert who never gets tired, which means another me that doesn't get tired. And when we do actually do Facebook ads, I always make sure that I tell it exactly as I want it to act. And this is very crucial when you're talking to chat GPTs or chatbots or AI assistants. I always tell them I want you to act as if you are a Facebook ads expert and copywriter in 2024 that understands service-based business owners that have such and such and such problems. So I always try to bring it back to my audience just in case it forgets because, well, it is a machine and it's going to make mistakes. And I tell you, I've had conversations with ChatGPT. No, that is not right. That is not correct. But you have to bring it into how you want it. And I tell you, I tell the prompts that are really important here because another way to use AI is, for example, in my podcast SEO descriptions. So I do the script, right? I grab the entire script that I wrote, and then I just simply copy pasted it to ChatGPT, and I tell it, please give me the SEO description for Spotify or Apple within these amount of characters. So I don't have to be breaking my brain to come up with these SEO friendly descriptions. So I know that it will take me even longer if I sit down to summarize episode after episode. No, my AI beautiful assistant will do it just for me. Now, I also use it for my website. And you're going to think, what? Your website? You kidding me? Come on. Like, how can I use the right words to grab the attentions of my users? So I tend to update my website, if you don't know this, at least twice a year. And call me crazy, I know, but with ChatGPT, I can test different options in a matter of seconds. So obviously, I'm not doing this all the time. I just actually did it just now, um, less than 2 weeks ago. So what I do is that I first ask and I give the link to my entire website, and I say, check and the entire copy of my website. And obviously, once they give me everything, obviously I have to tell them what I want them to do. But after I give them everything, then I tell them the tone of voice, the how do I want them to speak, if I want humor or I don't want any humor, if I want it to be professional or I want it to be friendly. And then I say, okay, now that you've given me the entire website, I've sort of run through it in a little bit of way, like maybe this is not the right tone, so I tweak those things. And then I say, okay, let's go now page by page. And my AI assistant does the work for me. And what I actually do is that I provide the link so they actually analyze what I already have, what I want it to be, and it gives me suggestions. And then I start working with the AI assistant, with my chat GPT. No, I don't think this is correct. Let's change this word. Let's use this tone. Let's change things. And I tell you, I did this work in a matter of days myself. And I guess I just, I'm a weird person. Yeah. I update some of the images and I gave it a little fresh look a little bit in a few couple of days. And if you're curious, you can actually head over to veronicadepolo.com and check my updated version because the entire copy it's brand new and I just did it. I said 2 weeks, but it's by the time you listen to this, it's going to be probably like a month and a half. So if you want to keep the momentum going into understanding these AI, super powerful, super smart, but you want to also get more insights into what are the kind of things that are happening. How can you actually leverage your words better? How can you actually use your marketing to your advantage, not against you? How can you get more insight or behind the scenes of things that I'm actually testing and doing? You can actually join my daily emails. And if you share, that's where I actually share my experiences, but also stories that I don't share anywhere else. So if you're ready to sign up right now, you can go directly to my website to Bees Daily, or you can go to my Instagram at Veronica Polo and say the word daily, and you can sign up there. And if you sign up, you're going to get my top 5 marketing hacks for service based business owners. Okay, guys? So I hope this was a little bit enlightening. I know that I'm sort of giving you a few things about AI and ChatGPT here and there because I think it's important that we also grow as business owners as the times grow. We go into the future, we have to grow with certain things. And I want you to actually have a simpler kind of business. So if this can help you, if you're not using it, if you haven't used it, leave comments on Spotify. I would love to read those. And if not, you can also follow us on Instagram at Branding Momentum. Okay. I'm going to see you. I'm going to leave you. And I'll see you very soon. Bye.